Hey, hockey fans, how's everybody doing? It has been a while. This is the first video I'm doing this season so far. I did a few last year and had fun doing it. This year, obviously, a little different format out there than prior years. So just been watching a lot of hockey, been enjoying it. In this crazy world we live in. And on that note, I hope everyone out there is doing well and that your loved ones are doing well. But anyway, we were talking about hockey. So been having some fun, enjoying the intensity of it. There's been some battles on the ice. Some guys aren't liking each other. Obviously, that comes from playing each other so often. So it's been fun to watch. There's been a lot of goals. And anyway, been having fun wagering, and I thought I would do a video. If anyone has ideas on how to make these videos better, please leave a comment. I might use the advice, I might not. I do it just to have fun, and when you put money on the games, it makes it more fun to watch the game. So when I do these videos, I try to list a few things about each team equally, how they played in their last 10, who's in net. And obviously, when I do the videos, all goaltenders haven't been confirmed, so that can change. I'm basing the information on who they've got listed as probable. And then a couple comments where they're listed in their standings and who I think is going to win the game. I have a best bet out of all the games that I like, where I'm probably going to put the most money on. And then I throw a little parlay out there as well. It's a good bunch of games on tomorrow night. There's 10 games, and one game has been postponed. I think that was the Vegas game. Vegas San Jose game, I think, got postponed this afternoon. So we won't even talk about that one. But let's talk about the games and get into it, make some picks, and hopefully I'll do another video and brag about how good these picks were. And maybe not. I guess we'll see. Anyway, first game, Boston against the New York Islanders. The New York Islanders, their last 10, they're 6-2-2. Current streak is a one-game winning streak. Boston is 7-2-1 with a one-game winning streak. Boston has Tuukka Rask listed. He's been playing really well this year. The Islanders have Varlamov listed. In the Mass Mutual East, that division that they're in, Boston sitting in first place, Islanders sitting in fourth place, only 3 points apart. Islanders have won on both occasions that these teams have met, 4-2 win and a 1-0 win. Might look at an under because I think this might be a tight game. The Boston coming back inside after playing that outdoor game where they played Philadelphia. That was a high-scoring affair. Boston won that 7-3. And the Islanders, it was a 3-2 win over Buffalo. I know Boston is playing great hockey, and they're sitting in first place. They like to control the game. I think they're sitting in first as well in the face-off standings in the league right now. So the Islanders are going to have to be on it. I think they're going to have to come out strong. I'm going to take the Islanders here to take 3 games in a row in this series. For my first pick, I'm going to take the New York Islanders to beat Boston. Second game, we've got Pittsburgh against Washington. Washington 4-5-1, overtime decision, their streak. Pittsburgh 6-4-0 with a current 3-game winning streak. They've got Tristan Jarry listed in net, and Washington has Vitek Vanacek listed in net. Washington sitting second, Pittsburgh sitting third in the Mass Mutual East. Again, they're tight, they're within a point. Pittsburgh leads this season series 4-1. The last meeting was a 3-2 overtime decision in favor of the Penguins. They're going to have to stay out of the penalty box. Washington's got a great power play, and Ovechkin's playing well. Oshie's playing well. I feel like Washington could end this 3-game winning streak that Pittsburgh is on. If anyone watched any of my videos last year, you know I'm not a Pittsburgh fan. At one point, I think I quit even looking at the Pittsburgh games. It didn't matter who they were playing. I picked that team. I don't like Pittsburgh, and so I hope Washington wins. Probably not an intelligent bet here, but I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to go for Washington to beat Pittsburgh. Third game, Carolina against Tampa. Tampa seems to have figured Carolina out. These teams have met 4 times. Tampa, 2-game winning streak. Carolina, 2-game losing streak. Tampa 7-3-0. Carolina 6-3-1. Carolina has James Reimer listed in net. He's been playing really, really well. Tampa has Curtis McElhinney. I think that's how you say it. Hasn't played much, but when he has played, he's played well. These teams, both with 25 points, second and third in the Discover Central Division. They've met 4 times this season, with the Hurricanes taking their first 2 games and now Tampa taking the last 2. As tonight, obviously Tampa 3-0. So I think they've got this Carolina team figured out. I'm not going to get into it. A lot of it's going to come down to the goaltending here. But I'm going to take Tampa. I'm going to take Tampa to take control and have a 3-2 lead in this series for my third pick. Next game, Dallas against Florida. These teams also played tonight. Dallas won 3-0 that game. Florida is playing really well. I mean, they're sitting first in their division, Discover Central, whereas Dallas sitting 6th. But Dallas looked good tonight. Dallas is 2-4-4 with a current 1-game winning streak. Florida 6-4-0 with a current 1-game losing streak. Florida has Bobrovsky listed in net. Dallas has, and Goodobin's going to play again. I mean, the way that he played, Dallas won 3. It looks like Dallas beat up Florida. They didn't. Florida played really well, but Goodobin was phenomenal in net tonight. So they'll probably put him in net again. Series is at a game apiece. The Stars winning tonight 3-0. And I already talked about the goaltending. It was crazy. Florida's having a great year. They're sitting in first. Game could go either way. I'm looking to Bobrovsky here to stand tall between the pipes and play as well as Khudobin did tonight. And I can't see Khudobin playing 2 nights like he did tonight. I'm going to take Florida here to come out and win this for this pick. Florida to beat Dallas. Next game, Hot Chicago against Columbus. If anyone's watched any of these games, they've been exciting. Columbus 4-4-2 with an overtime decision. Chicago 7-2-1. They've just been playing so well. Chicago has Kanin listed in net. Columbus has Korpisalo listed. Chicago's sitting in 4th in the Discover Central, with only 2 points out of 1st. Columbus sitting in 5th. I think they're 5 points out of 1st. So again, both good teams. Chicago leads this season series 3-2, winning the last one 6-5 in a shootout. Kane for the Hawks could be playing the best hockey of his career. It's insane. If you've had an opportunity to watch any Chicago games, he's been playing really, really well. But so is Patrick Laney for Columbus. I mean, what an acquisition for the Blue Jackets. Laney's been playing good hockey. I think Chicago, I'm not going to go against this hot team. I mean, they seem to be pulling out a win, whether it's in a regulation, overtime, or in a shootout. They seem to be coming up with the wins. So I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to go with Chicago to beat Columbus for that pick. Now we've got Calgary against Ottawa. Ottawa 4-6-0, current 2-game winning streak. Calgary 5-4-1 with an overtime game in their streak. They have Riddick listed in net. Their other goaltender, I believe, is injured. Ottawa has Matt Murray listed in net. In the Scotia North, Calgary sitting in 5th. Ottawa sitting in 7th. Calgary played a great game tonight against Toronto. And, you thought Calgary was going to win. And late in the third period, they get the first goal of the game. They're up 1-0. And with less than a minute and a half left in the game, Toronto ties the game and pushes it into overtime and wins in overtime. The look on the players of the Flames was priceless. Ottawa won a nice game over Montreal in their last contest, 5-4. This team never quits. Ottawa, I mean, a lot of people talked about Ottawa at the beginning of the year, how they were going to be a pesky team that was going to challenge some teams. And they're doing that. It's a team that plays for 60 minutes. And I'm going to, Calgary, I think, is going to be deflated after losing that game the way that they did against Toronto. And I'm going to take Ottawa here. I'm going to take Ottawa to win against Calgary for that pick. Next game, New Jersey against Buffalo. New Jersey is on a skid, 3-game losing skid. 4-5-1. Buffalo 4-5-1 as well with a current 1-game winning streak. Allmark, who played phenomenal in his last game, is listed in net again. New Jersey has Blackwood listed. New Jersey 7th and Buffalo in last place in the Mass Mutual East. Both teams have 14 points. The last game was a 4-1 win for Buffalo. The Sabres lead the series 3-1, I believe. And I think the last game was Allmark's best game so far. Both these teams are looking for consistency in their play, and I see the Sabres winning this one. I think Jersey's got some problems, and I'm going to go Buffalo here. Buffalo to beat New Jersey. Next game, Nashville against Detroit. Another two teams that, they're at the bottom. Nashville, 4-6-0, 2-game winning streak. Detroit, 3-6-1, current 1-game losing streak. Detroit has Greiss listed in net. Nashville, Pecorani listed. In the Discover Central, they're 7th and 8th in bottom two positions. Teams have played 3 games this season. Nashville up 2-1 in the series. Tight games. Neither of these teams firing on all cylinders. Predators are looking a little bit better, but they haven't really beat anyone yet either. Detroit. I'm going to go Detroit here, just with a gut play. I'm going to go Detroit to beat Nashville. Maybe an underplay. I don't see a lot of goals in this game, but Detroit to beat Nashville for this pick. Next game, Edmonton against Vancouver. Edmonton, probably the hottest team in the league, I think, right now. McDavid is playing crazy. They're 8-2-0, current 4-game winning streak. Vancouver, 2-6-2, 1-game losing streak. They have Demko listed. Edmonton has Mike Smith listed, who I don't think has a loss this season. I don't think, anyway. If he's playing the way his record shows, they're second in the Scotia North, 26 points. Vancouver is in 6th position. Teams have played each other 3 times. Edmonton taking 2 games, 5-2 and 4-3. The Canucks winning 1 5-3. Could be a good over. I mean, there's going to be goals scored in this game. Both these teams can score goals. With Smith in net, though, it's a tough call. I think we might see Holtby in net for the Canucks. I like Edmonton. How do you go against, again, kind of the same mentality as a Chicago game? Sometimes when a team is playing well and they're winning because of multiple players on the team. They don't have one guy on fire. They've got 6 guys on fire and goaltending as well. And Edmonton has that right now. I don't see, they might, unless they go in there overconfident, Vancouver might pull out a win. But I'm going to pick Edmonton. Edmonton is going to be my pick to beat Vancouver. And then, the Vegas-San Jose game is postponed. Last game on the night, Montreal against Winnipeg. Winnipeg 6-3-1, current 2-game winning streak. They have Connor Hellebuyck listed in net. Montreal is 4-4-2 with, I think, 2 overtime decisions. They have Price listed in net. Montreal, obviously, there's stuff going on there. Coach fired. Ducharme, I think, is the way it's pronounced. He's the new interim coach for Montreal. They're in 4th. Winnipeg's in 3rd in the Scotia North. They're only a point apart, these two teams. Montreal's last game was a tough loss to Ottawa, 5-4. Jets played was a 4-3 overtime victory over the Canucks. This will be the first time these teams have played each other this season. One of my favorite players is on Winnipeg Jets, Mark Scheifele, and he's playing well. I think he's got 9 points in the last 5 games. I think Winnipeg, if you look at any team statistic, Winnipeg is beating Montreal. Montreal has problems. Are some of those problems being addressed? And if you look at history, when a coach is fired, the next game, the team usually plays well. But I don't see Montreal doing that. I think the problems go deep in Montreal. And Winnipeg, I'm going to make Winnipeg my best bet for the night. Winnipeg to beat Montreal. So just to recap my picks, Winnipeg to beat Montreal. I'm going to take Edmonton to beat Vancouver, Detroit to beat Nashville, Buffalo to beat New Jersey, Ottawa to beat Calgary, Chicago to beat Columbus, Florida to beat Dallas, Tampa to beat Carolina, Washington to beat Pittsburgh, the Islanders to beat Boston. For a parlay, I'm probably going to go Jets money line, Washington money line, and I think I might put the Boston Islander under 6.5. I think that's where it's at, 6.5. And I might parlay those 3 and see how it goes. Best bet, Winnipeg to beat Montreal. Anyway, guys, I hope everyone's enjoying the hockey. I think it's been exciting, and I hope it continues to be exciting and that they get to play and that nothing else crazy happens and halts play again. Again, good luck with your bets. Stay safe, and talk again.